So welcome to the show. This is a new show format that I'm trialing called Wine Time with Amber Renae, where you get to ask all of your questions about business, about mindset, about entrepreneurship, about personal branding, or just about how to cope in the current climate. I'm going to show up weekly with you, and maybe we're going to have a wine, we're going to have a chat. It's going to be amazing. Thanks so much for hanging out, Ava. Thanks, Abby. Thanks, the model mom. So good to be hanging out with you. On this week's show, we're going to be talking. Some of the questions that have already come through are: I'm a private person. How do I put myself out there? I'm going to give you some strategies around that. Someone has asked for some tips for looking good on Zoom because her whole life has now become a Zoom life. Morgan has asked what she wants to start an online business but doesn't know which one. So I've got some advice around that. Ricky XV has asked, should I be marketing right now or is it tone deaf? So I'm going to talk to you about what kind of marketing isn't tone deaf right now. And Cassandra Bia has asked for tips for going through a crisis and what she should be doing right now. So what's up? Ava, Sarah, Lisa, Inika, Rory, Eva, thanks so much for hanging out with me live. If you are watching live, please give me some thumbs up, give me a little bit of love as it helps more people find the live stream. So in today's chat, I wanted to start with a poem, like a really beautiful poem that I got sent through, and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still. And they listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows, and the people began to think differently. And the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live, and they healed the earth fully as they themselves had been healed. Isn't that fucking beautiful? I just love that so much, and I feel like that is exactly what is going on with the planet right now. So if you want to chime in and give me your opinions on that, I would love to hear your thoughts and moves on that. Big shout out to everyone watching: Donna, Debbie, Colin, Andy, Eva, Jackie, Pocket Angel. Okay, cool. So let's dive into the chat for this week. So the questions that were asked for my Corona Pep Talk number 2, Nicole Sherper asked, I'm a private person, how do I put myself out there? So Nicole and everyone else who's watching, firstly, I am an insanely private person. I mean, for anyone who actually knows me, you would know that I'm a very, very private person. So the thought of like putting myself out there is not something that I, relish doing, is not something that I enjoy doing. But in this current state of the internet and the current state of the planet, what people are looking for are people who are stepping up or who are rising up. Everyone is looking for a leader, someone who is going to help them, someone who is going to inspire them. And this really is your opportunity to become that person. So as someone who is also deeply introverted and very private, I do this sort of thing. I share a lot of social media. I do a lot of training. I do a lot of live streams, but you'll see that it's always business focused. No one actually knows anything about my personal life. I never talk about my personal life on social media. I very rarely tell people about what's going on in my life, but I'm still able to show up each day. I'm still able to give content, to give help, to give support, and it's just a great way to be able to connect with your audience without feeling like I'm too, without feeling like I'm giving away too much of myself, because I too am also like quite a private person. So what I recommend, if you are also a private, boundaries around what you do and don't show on social media. So in my Influencer Nation e-course, I teach you about like the 3 pillars of content. So what I find is that each brand should have 3 to 4, maybe even 5 pillars of content that they're putting out each week. Things like, for instance, in my brand, I talk about building an online business, social media marketing, influencer marketing, and then I also talk about travel, and I talk about where I'm going in the world, but I don't talk about anything about like who I'm going there with or who I'm seeing when I'm there. So I keep all of that sort of stuff really private to me. So hopefully that helps you with trying to draw a line between what you should be posting on social and what you want to keep to yourself. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me as we go through the live stream, and I'm more than happy to answer them for you on the live call. I'm going to take a little sip of water. Debbie says, I agree. I feel that's what's happening in our world right now, Debbie. I know. Like, I honestly am feeling not good about what's happening, but I feel like it's an ally in our evolution. And so, you know, I'm calling it the great corrector rather than the great pandemic or the great, you know, crisis. I feel like it's a corrector, and I feel like a lot of people's lives and a lot of people's futures are going to be corrected in this current moment. I feel like a lot of people were walking down paths that they weren't necessarily hugely lit up by, but they also didn't have the courage to exit gracefully out of that path, and so the universe has come along and exited them the fuck out of the path. Okay, what's up, Viv? How are you? Long time no see. Mig and Naomi, Saviol, 0423 Love, The Source Sydney, Quentin Phoenix, Chelsea Hendrickson. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me. Otherwise, I'll go on into the questions that were answered through the week. So next up, Rachel List 22 is looking for tips for looking good on Zoom. So I'm sure your life is just a series of Zoom calls right now, especially if you were working in an office and now you're working from home. You probably just got like a series of Zoom calls happening one after the other. So a couple of really easy things. I actually just shot an entire video on that. That's why I'm running a little bit late today. But there are so many things that you can do to look better on Zoom. Firstly, did you know that there is a filter on Zoom? There's like a touch-up tool that you can just press touch-up appearance and it gives you like a little glowy filter. Oh my gosh, girl, I love that. The other thing that you can do on Zoom is that you can drop your own background in. So for instance, here where I am, there's really only one spot that has good lighting and it's this spot. So like the background is fine. But if you are if you're trying to find a place with good lighting, you want to put your face facing the good lighting, and that's always facing a window. So you always want to be facing a window when you're on a Zoom call, and that could mean for you that you've got your back with, you know, something unruly in the background. The way that you can fix that with Zoom these days is by dropping in a Zoom background. They have like Zoom backgrounds that you can just like load up, and you can have your own little tropical holiday happening on in the background whilst you are actually living in a week of like ISO life. Hi, Cass, darling. Cassie is my cousin, everyone. Hi, Cass. We just saw little Jilly walking past. I didn't see her, but Dad saw her. So I think we're going to have, this is actually a great thing for families to do. Our family is going to have a family house party on the weekend, and we're all going to like jump on and connect and like hang out as though we're actually hanging out live. So there's an app called House Party. So if you want to do that with your family, or if you want to do that with the people that you love, jump on and have a little bit of a house party with the friends that you love. Tula has asked, I really need help finding an audience. I know who I want to talk to. How do I get their attention with ads? I mean, there's so much to say about that, Tula. So firstly, you want to make sure that you have an offer that converts and that your offer is converting organically, so without running ads to it. You don't want to run ads to an offer that you haven't tested and that you haven't been able to check that it actually works. So first thing that you need to do is actually make sure that your offer converts organically before going and running ads to it. If you know that you have an offer, your sales page, your landing page, all those things convert, then the way to do ads is to run lookalikes. Like the best audience that you can find these days is a lookalike audience. So a lookalike audience is where you take your existing audience that you've either pixeled, or they're a database, or they're a list, and you upload them into Facebook, or you just tell the Facebook pixel that you want to create a lookalike audience, and then you can find more people that look like the people who have already purchased from you. So it's called a lookalike audience. That's the best audience for you to find when you're running ads and when you, hi, we're back. When you're running ads on Facebook, that's definitely the best type of audience that you want to go after. And then ads comes down to like a whole bunch of things, you know, like getting your targeting right. I would always start with lookalike audience based on existing purchases. And then it comes down to like copywriting, messaging, you know, the imagery, all of that kind of stuff. So I always like to like put a range, start with one lot of copy and then test a range of images. Once you figure out which image is converting best, then run with that image and then change a bunch of your copy, your headlines, all those sort of things. Does that help, Ava? Let me know. And the person on here, I've missed your comment, Debbie. purchased one of my courses a while ago but was never able to complete it. Well, Debbie, now is a great time to complete your online course. Just send us an email. We'll send you your logins. You have lifetime access. So just email style@amberrenae.com and we will give you your logins. Go and do that course today. Learn and upskill yourself today. Let me know if anyone else has any questions for me whilst we're live on the call. Otherwise, I'm going to do the questions that were answered through the week. Okay, so Morgan LAQ 673 asked, I want to start an online business, but I don't know what one. So Morgan, what I always recommend, oh my gosh, hi Facebook, sorry about that. What I recommend is to start a digital products business. So in this day and age, especially in the current market that we're in, what you want to be doing is creating a business that has no money down or very little money down and has the potential to reach a lot of people. So anything like a bricks and mortar business, especially since we're all in ISO life, is no longer going to be working like that. So obviously you want to be starting an online business, and the best business that has the littlest amount of money down and the biggest amount of impact is digital products, right? So there is a heap of digital products that you can create, things like a digital download, like an ebook, an Excel spreadsheet, a PDF, a planner, a calendar, I saw someone creating cut and sew patterns, so like patterns that you use to create garments. I saw someone creating them and selling them online. That's definitely something you could create now. There are so many ideas. I saw someone selling an Excel spreadsheet. I saw someone creating planners and checklists and guides. So that's the easiest way for you to get started. It's called a digital download. You could create something and sell it today. Super, super simple and easy. The other thing that you want to create are things like audio programs. Again, an audio course is something that's so easy for you to create today. You don't need any kind of, you don't have to be on camera, you don't need any major tech. You can just go and record an e-course into your phone, and it could just be like a meditation or a visualization, or it could be like a series of programs. So it could be things like 5 meditations or 5 messages that they get every day over the course of a week, and then at the end of the week it's they've completed this audio program. So audio courses are super easy to create, and you could just do that this afternoon. They're so simple. The other kind of e-course, the other kind of digital product is like an e-course. Obviously that's what I create in my business. We have a range of e-courses. You can price them from like $99 right up to $2,000. Really good money to be made. And e-courses are you could sell anything in an e-course. Like my favorite e-course is from one of my students called Malay. She teaches an e-course which shows people how to match their hair and makeup and outfit to their horse. She's big in the rodeo industry. So all of her clients are rodeo riders, and they all ride horses, and they all want to know what to wear that will look best on their horse. So guys, there are so many things that you can be selling online these days, so many ways that you can turn your knowledge and your passion into a paycheck. So I've shot a whole video on this. If you want access to the video, just send me a DM or just write the word video below. It's going to go up in a few days' time, so I can drop you the link a little bit later on. And if this is helping you, please give me some love, give me some hearts. Lots of great online business help for you guys today. So make sure you give me lots of love so that it gets pushed right back out into the newsfeed and more people can help. I can help more people start their online business today. So shout out to everyone on the call. Guidance to Freedom. Hi, Beauty. SD805 Tiff. Akram Shim. Humble Air. Hi, Humble Air. How are you? Hey, Julie. Hey, Justin. Hey, Debbie. I don't actually know how to get my other Facebook working. Oh, gosh. There we go. Sorry about that, Facebook. I've got this rested up against, there we go. Hi, I'm back. Sorry, Facey. What's up, Guidance to Freedom? Okay, cool. I look so sweaty on this. I swear I'm not a sweaty monster, Incy. Thanks for the hearts. Thank you, guys. On our weekly Ask Amber live call. Otherwise, I can go into the questions that have been asked throughout the week. So let me know. The other, hey Hannah Seam, nice to see you. The other type of digital products that you can create. So we've done e-courses, we've done audio courses, we've done digital downloads. The other thing that you can create right now, obviously e-courses take a little bit of time, but honestly, if I was starting out and I had a method or a formula or something that I could, that's taken me a long time to develop, right? So something that I've spent 10 years, or not even a long time, but just something that's unique that you have invested heavily in your offline world, why not turn that into a mastermind or a group coaching package or a high ticket offer that you can sell today? Again, right now people are looking for leaders. We're looking for people, educators, looking for people that are going to rise up and to really, really like help us in the current economy. So if you have something that you know is going to help people, then why not turn that into a high ticket offer? And again, you can, start selling that by the end of this week. Let me know if you want more help with that. I'm more than happy to help. Righto. So the other question that was asked through the week is from Ricky XV. She asked, should I be marketing right now, or is it tone deaf? All right, Ricky. My thoughts around this are people are looking for leaders. They're looking for someone that they can listen to, someone that will educate them, someone that will help, teach them and help them get through this period. So if I was, so the kind of marketing that you want to be doing right now is this kind of marketing: showing up, answering questions, offering support, giving value, teaching, educating. That's the kind of stuff that people are looking for right now, and everyone is desperate for it. So it's like every single person is online right now. Every single person is looking for, sitting at home and online. The questions that have come in, I'm going to answer them in a second. So what we're all looking for is someone that is going to give us hope, someone that's going to give us certainty, someone that's going to educate us, someone that is going to help us step into the next realm of reality. Because what's going to happen is that the reality that we used to know is no longer going to exist. So we all are looking for someone that's going to help us step in to that next reality. So if that is what you can do, if you have that in your toolkit, if you're able to educate people or even just offer hope and support, then I truly believe that that's the kind of marketing that you should be doing in today's landscape. In terms of sales, the way that you're going to win sales again in today's current landscape is by doing live support, live calls. It's going to be high touch sales. So, gone are the days of my business, which was all evergreen funnels. I used to work a couple of hours a week and make pretty good money for it, but those sort of days are gone. These days, everyone is looking for high ticket, high touch. And so you're going to need to be, jumping on phone calls with people, closing deals over the phone, and having multiple conversations with people in order to close sales. So hopefully that has helped in terms of what kind of marketing you should be doing at the moment. But right now, I would be just producing as much content as possible. So this week, we've created 2 YouTube channels for my business and my business that I'm in partnership with. I've just created this new live stream weekly chat show. So this is the kind of content that people are looking for right now. So if you are in a business, you're wanting to market, you're wanting to, close sales right now, this is what you should be doing. What's up, Serena DC? Long time no see. Now, Guidance to Freedom has asked, what program do you recommend to do the e-course? Guidance to Freedom, are you saying like what program to learn how to create an e-course or to sell an e-course? Let me know and I will answer both of those for you. If you want a program to create an e-course, that's what I teach. It's the best program, no lie. And if you want to sell your e-course, or host your e-course, in what I teach and what I recommend at the moment is to host and sell it on Teachable. So Teachable is super affordable, super user-friendly, very easy with the tech. So it's not like super techy. So you're able to set it up really easily. And you can basically do everything in terms of like collecting payment, creating a sales page, hosting, running your courses, all that kind of thing. Is that what you asked, Guidance to Freedom? Let me know. Otherwise, I will. It's a fly, so Australian. Otherwise, I can answer what other question you had. And Elvira Kelly asked, but how do you market those digital downloads to get going? Okay, there's a fly and there's like a fire alarm. This is just welcome to Australia, ISO life. I sat out here before because, as you can tell, the light, well, not on Instagram, my filter looks awful, but on camera, the lighting out here is super good. And so I sat out here before to record some videos for YouTube, my 2 new YouTube channels. And literally, as soon as I started shooting, the birds went off. There were kids out here talking. It was just chaos. I'm like, oh, ISO life, how good is it? Okay, Avera Kelly has asked, but how do you market those digital downloads to get going? So, and here is the thing. So, yes, you can create, and this is where I see so many people going wrong. And this is what I teach in my Freedom Funnels formula is that I teach that you should be selling high tickets straight out the back. So, the amount of time and effort and energy it takes people to create a digital product, because most people get into perfectionism and they end up spending all this time creating this digital product that they should have just turned into an e-course right off the bat. What I think instead is that you should sell a high ticket coaching or like a high ticket group package or something where you're supporting people one-on-one. This is called my MVP. It's called like a minimum bankable product. And what you do is you show up live, you teach an MVP, and you get people the transformation that you promised them, and in doing so you're better able to understand your market, because when you're doing that you're able to understand what people actually need to get the transformation. They ask you the exact same questions at the exact same point in the journey, and you're able to get a much better understanding of what it is they need to get the transformation that you're promising. So if you have a knowledge, wisdom, insight, anything that you can teach, I recommend starting at the higher end and working your way back down to the lower end. So these days my students are starting off with high ticket coaching packages and working back down to $9 opt-ins, $7 lead magnets, those kind of things. Humble Air, I know you talk about methods of selling courses before you build. Can you go into that process? Oh, that was kind of like what I just ranted on about. 1 second, I will in a second. Esty, what do I teach? I teach online business marketing. So I have a range of e-courses. If you go to amber.courses, you'll see all of my courses. Freedom Funnels is my #1 course, which talks about how to create an online business with using e-courses and funnels. Oh, fuck, sorry, Facebook. My phone on Facebook keeps falling down and like slamming on my keyboard. Sorry. So that's my main signature program. And then I have personal branding programs. I have programs that teach you how to do influencer marketing. I have like a whole bunch of e-courses. So if you go to amber.courses, you'll see all of the courses there. Humble Air, 1 second. Yeah, so pre-selling courses. Okay, so this is the other thing that everyone gets wrong when they're selling a course, is that they go into this big course creation mode. They start creating a course. They spend 6 months or 12 months getting the content and shooting the videos and writing all the formulas and like getting the PDFs. And then when they actually try to sell the course, they realize that A, no one wants what they've just created, and B, what they've just created is, like no one wants it, and it's also missing. It's also missing stuff that should have been in the course, and it's just like, not relevant, like tone deaf. So instead, you should pre-sell your course. So people will sign up to your course if you package it as a live coaching workshop sort of thing. So the way that I teach the minimum bankable product is you say it's a 6-week live group coaching experience where you get Module 1 in week 1, Module 2 in week 2, Module 3 in week 3, and so on and so forth. You show up live, you teach them live every single week, you get the feedback, you get the responses, people ask the questions. In doing so, you're then much better equipped to create a signature program because you've gotten that feedback from the initial round of students. Also, you got paid. You've been paid to do your MVP. So by getting paid to do your MVP, you're way more pumped up about doing a digital course because you've already made money, you've seen it, you've watched it, you're pumped up about it, you've got the transformation for people. So you're much more motivated to go down the rabbit hole, which is creating an e-course, because it's a bit of work. Hey Malie, I was telling your story earlier about how you help people match up with their horse. It's literally my favorite topic ever. It's like the best e-course that I've ever heard of. How are you? Humble Air, how best to enlist people initially for the MBP courses? I hope the question makes sense. So here is the thing. There are already people in your existing network or in the network of networks that you can reach out to. If you start creating a little bit of content, you start putting out some posts and letting people know that this is what you're doing. I know that everyone thinks that no one in their audience wants to buy from them, or I only have 100 people on my Facebook page. No one is going to buy what I have to sell. I promise you, I've taught this to hundreds of students, and the exact same thing happens every single time. They reach out to their initial network, and their initial network either purchases or knows someone who wants to purchase. So all of these things, and obviously, like, there's sales scripts as well. So, and you need to make sure that you're creating an irresistible offer. You need to make sure that you are creating something that someone wants to buy and that people are passionate about it. And there's ways to make sure that that you are doing this using the formulas that I teach. But there are definitely people in your existing audience that that want to purchase your course idea, or they know someone who wants to purchase your course idea. Hey, Juliega, Even, Rios, JT Bar, can you guys give me some hearts, please? Give me some love. Spread the love so that more people come onto the live streams and more people get all the good wisdom and all the good nuggets. Oh, Jesus, that I'm dropping. So this is what's happening. Keeps flopping over. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, guys. Where are my hearts, Incy? Come on. Laura is saying it's great. I teach English online. It's great. It was perfect timing when I started. Laura, firstly, I'm so pumped to hear that you are doing this. Secondly, Laura, I created a whole video on that last week for people that are needing a little bit of extra cash during the current situation that we are currently in. Thank you, Incy. All the hearts, all the love. Thank you. So yeah, teaching English online. Laura, what platform do you use? I'm intrigued to hear if that was one of the platforms that I spoke about in last week's call. Humble Air, the beta courses. So an MBP in my business stands for a minimum bankable product, which is essentially a beta course. Same thing. So that's exactly what you should be doing. Only most people give away beta courses. Like I've seen someone teach, what was it? They taught to give away 100 beta courses. Holy fuck, that is so crazy. Do not give away your beta courses. Your beta is valuable information. Sure, you can offer it at a discount from what your signature program is going to be, but you don't give that away for free. And you also, because you also need to run your beta as a live experience. It needs to be live because you need to get the feedback from people who are going through it so that they can tell you, this didn't make sense, or I need more information about this, or that didn't work for me. Have you got another way of doing it? It helps you troubleshoot your content. So that's what you need to be doing. JRG Demon for Life. How long have I been doing this? My online, this is a great story. This is a great story. My online business, okay, listen up. Listen up, everyone. I'm about to drop some nuggets. Listen. Give me all the hearts. Give me all the love. This is it. This is the wisdom that I needed to do for this week's live stream. Okay. Are you giving me love? Are you giving me love? Are you giving me love? Here is the thing. This business right here, this business that I work online, I have nowhere to go each day. I can work on my laptop. I don't even have to speak to anyone if I don't want to, which as an introvert, I don't like speaking to people. So it's great. I can work wherever I want to. Right now, I'm in ISO life with my parents. I travel 4 or 5 months of the year. I haven't seen a winter for 4 years. I only have endless summers. I work whenever I want to. And the best part is, this is my job. I get paid to help people, to teach people, to educate people, to serve. So this is my job, right? The best job ever. The best job ever. And certainly the best job for me. So I started this business because the last time there was a global crisis, all of my jobs ended. I did not have any work. I was working as a fashion stylist and a TV presenter. When the global financial crisis hit, all of that work dried up. No one was paying for fashion stylists or TV presenters. I literally could not get work. I was working, I had two of the best jobs in the country. So I was the fashion editor for Women's Health and Fitness magazine. I was the resident stylist for Southern Cross Stereo. So two really cushy, regular gigs as a fashion stylist. Most stylists would work their entire careers and not get one of them. I had two of them. I lost both of them in the course of 1 month. In December of, I can't even remember the year, and I was left with nothing. So I tried to get work as I applied for everything. I even tried to get work as an engineer. That is my training. I'm an engineer. Tried to get work as an engineer, could not get work, couldn't even get a bar job. That's how desperate I was. I had nothing left. The only thing that I had was the knowledge of how to get to the top of the fashion styling industry. That was all I had. So what I did is that I sat down and I created an e-course that helped the next generation of people of how to get into how to get work as a fashion stylist, because the industry was about to pick up. I just wasn't passionate enough about it to wait for that cycle to come back around again. By then I'd lost my passion. I didn't love it. I didn't care about it enough to sit and wait. So instead I started this business, which now is a global business. We impact tens of thousands of people every single month just from sitting here on my laptop. I'm having global impact, and I did that off the back of the global financial crisis. You guys, of the worst thing that's ever happened up until the current market, the worst thing that had ever happened up until this week, and that was the global financial crisis. So that is how this business started. And that is why I'm showing up every week and I'm telling you guys, start your freaking online business. Seriously, stop what you're doing. Stop trying to figure out how you're going to get a job or how you're going to go back into that job or that career that you didn't even love. By the time that I got pushed out of the fashion styling, I didn't even love it anymore. I wasn't even passionate about it. So, you're probably in the same boat. And now is the time. Stop what you're doing. Start an online business. The future was already going to be online business. We all knew that. And now with this current pandemic, this current crisis, the future is 100% online, 100%. So stop what you're doing, start your online business. If you need help, let me know. I do these live streams every single week. I'm more than happy to help you. But this is it. This is where it's at. All right, you guys, that was such a big rant. So I'm going to end today's wine time with Amber Renae on that rant. And I'll be showing up again for you live this time next week. So hope you've loved this. If you have, give me some hearts.